Hey y'all, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and as you can see I have a whole bunch of purple scraps on my desk. It is time for me to make another swap over on Ginger's Corner. This one is called Purple Rain. I'm going to make 8. I'm going to make little purple monsters, not little, they're pretty good size actually. Purple monsters. I was just looking at this and think that maybe it's not bright enough for what I'm looking for. So let me see if I have, it's for some dots. Maybe I'm gonna do glitter dots instead. I think that'll be more fun. So there's a variety of purples here because I didn't have a piece that I thought I could get 9 little monsters out of, so I have some other purples as well. I have some glossy white and glossy black for eyes and teeth, and then some green for the horns. And I had pulled out some purple, but I think I'm going to actually ink everything in black to help tie it together. I think that will look a little better than just inking the body. So let me go use my Cricut and I'll come back to you with all the parts. We'll assemble a couple together and see what else we want to do with it. All right, I have all my pieces cut out. It's many hours later. It's now the evening, but let's put our little monsters together. I'm going to do a couple with you. This needs to go behind the head. The thing I dislike on some of my Cricut things is that not everybody creates the items to be cut separately. In other words, this is supposed to sit flat on there. Well, you can't send it out that way, right? So you have to sort of play with it or create a background for it to go on, which I'm not going to do for this one. But I am just going to, wait, do I want the ears in or out? Let me go back and look at my little monster on my Cricut. Yeah, they go out. I mean, they point in, but they're kind of on the outside of the head. I don't think it really matters too much. I'm just putting it on the tip so that it will hold together. And then we'll do the little hinky eyes. Now they have these little mouths, but they're so tiny and thin that I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to pen ink the mouth on there, but I do have little eyeballs. I think they're the same size. I don't think the 2 little pupils are different. They've got them kind of wonky and close set. Now for the eyes and teeth, I use the shiny paper. I really like that. And then I think there are 3 little dots down here, and I'm using sparkly dots. So let's put those where they belong. if you take a Cricut image, you can always modify it. For example, if you wanted an outline on here, you could create an offset of the whole thing as thin or thick as you wanted. Maybe cut that out in black. I changed the color. This monster was, I think, turquoise in the image, but I wanted purple because this is a purple swap. All right, I need to find my black pen on here somewhere. Here it is. This is a Creative Memories pen, and it's got a thin end and a thick end. And I think that it's looking for a thin black line. Now you could make this as thick as you wanted. I'll go over it a couple times. And then I'm going to do a couple of little teeth here. Dink, dink. One, two little crooked teeth. That is my monster. Let's ink him up, and then I will just finish all of them on my own. All right, he's pretty cute. There's that, and one more finishing touch that I should do for all of my swaps is put my new stamp on it. Let that. So there's the first one, you guys. I've got 8 more to make. 8 to swap and 1 to keep. I'll come back with the finished monster mash. Alrighty, here I am with 9 little monsters for the Purple Rain swap on Ginger's Corner. Each swap needs to be at least 2 layers. I have 1 ink, 2 dots, eyes, etc., 3 eyeballs, 4. I would call this probably 4 layers. So I used scraps for everything except I pulled out a fresh piece of white, of this shiny white paper for the eyeballs. Everything else was scraps and small pieces of paper, which is why I have a variety of purples on there. So if you would like to join us for a swap on Ginger's Corner, please check her out on Facebook is where you sign up. You can watch how-to videos on YouTube on Ginger's Corner. Thanks a lot, you guys.